In Papua New Guinea, more than 10% of the country has been taken out of the hands of traditional owners and given to private companies under controversial agricultural leases. Supporters believe the leases will free up land for badly needed economic development, but opponents say they're just a cover to allow logging of vast areas of native forests. PNG correspondent Liam Fox travelled to New Britain with Greenpeace to file this report.
The Pomio district on the island of New Britain is a largely pristine wilderness. Jungle-covered mountains descend to meet the turquoise waters of the Solomon Sea. It's one of the most remote and least developed areas in Papua New Guinea. But the normally quiet lives of the locals have become swept up in a bitter dispute that has national implications.
We don't own the land anymore. And every time I think about this, I cry because land is our life.
These people who are opposing the project were not interested in development first. They want to conserve the forest for nothing.
At the heart of the conflict is land, an issue of immense cultural and emotional significance in PNG. Like the rest of the country, this area was largely traditionally owned. Very little was in private hands. But in 2008, 3 leases covering 42,000 hectares were granted to 3 local landowner companies. Known as Special Agricultural Business Leases, or SABLs, they allowed the establishment of an oil palm plantation.
This project was started by the people because they face hardship, social hardship, economic hardship.
In 2009, Guildford Limited, a subsidiary of the Malaysian logging giant Rimbunan Hijau, was granted a permit to clear the area. Several large areas of forest have been cleared. One houses an oil palm nursery with thousands of seedlings. A winding road has also been bulldozed through the jungle. In some areas, trees have been felled well beyond the roadway. At the wharf, raw logs are loaded onto a Chinese-flagged ship. Greenpeace estimates 24,000 cubic metres have already been exported. The environmental organisation travelled to Pomio to support locals opposed to the plantation.
We welcome you because we feel that our concern needs to be released to the outside world.
These landowners say the leases were granted without their knowledge or consent.
I'm the clan leader of my clan, and
were you consulted?
We were not consulted. Me especially, my signature was forged to allow SABLS to be applied.
When the company came in, most of us cried because we know that they will destroy the land. Our waters will be contaminated and our land will be spoiled.
Paul Pavol has been leading the protest against the plantation, mounting blockades to stop the clearing. What worries him most is that the leases are valid for 99 years.
It's a total rip-off, and that's suspension of our customer rights for a total of 99 years is plenty. 99 years is 3 generations down the line.
Government documents appear to support their claims. A land investigation report says genealogy, the identification of relevant landowners, is yet to be completed. The landowners also say many of the signatures on land tenure declaration forms have been forged, and some belong to children. Pomio's top government official supports the plantation, but admits genuine landowners are yet to be identified.
We are not sure who is the real landowner until...
Shouldn't that have been done first?
Yes, I think this kind of thing should have been done first.
But the leaseholders maintain consent was given, and most locals support the project. They say the plantation will deliver major windfalls to this neglected corner of PNG.
Land rentals going directly to the landowners, to the incorporated land groups, the levies from the woods, royalties, and also the certain percentage from the end product of the oil palm will also go to them.
This is not just an issue for Pomio. Across the country, 75 SABLs cover more than 5 million hectares. That's 11% of the PNG landmass, and most of the leases have only been issued in the last 5 years. The largest covers 790,000 hectares in Western Province. A dozen others cover areas greater than 100,000 hectares.
Well, the point about these very large areas, Liam, is that most of them contain very significant areas of native forest that has not yet been logged. And that's what makes us think that the so-called agroforestry projects taking place in these areas may be basically logging projects in disguise.
Resource academic Dr. Colin Filer is one of several scientists in Australia and PNG who've scrutinised the recent flurry of SABLs. He says they were meant to be a way for landowners to register their customary land to start businesses, but the process has been corrupted. Dr. Filer says large tracts of land are now in the hands of private companies, apparently without the consent of most landowners.
There's a good deal of anecdotal evidence that some landowners certainly have consented and agreed to these things and may even welcome them, but most of that consent is conveyed through the mouths of landowner company directors who are themselves implicated in the projects and the schemes that they are advocating, and it is not clear to what extent these people represent the broader interests of a larger constituency of landowners.
The work of Dr. Filer and others prompted the PNG government to stop issuing SABLs. A commission of inquiry has also been established to investigate how they were granted. It's currently travelling around the country examining individual leases, and its final report is expected next March. But back in Pomio, opponents of the controversial oil palm plantation say they can't wait that long.
Everyone is living in fear. And to me personally and some other people, we feel like foreigners on our own land. That's not good. That's not what we want.
They want the logging stopped until the Commission hands down its findings. Liam Fox, Lateline.